All right, y'all, we are back with another video. Now, we come across this one. This comes from the channel Just In. I will leave the original video link at the top of my description. That way that y'all can go watch the original video y'allself. And this one's called it Tom Hanks Panics as Oprah reveals his shady role in the Maui fires. Now, this right here is kind of funny to me because remember, Oprah was on video saying something about, you know, trying to get the houses and stuff rebuilt. So a lot of people were mad. It's like they just want to use this to try to make money off all this land now, since like all the houses and stuff. And we know what happened in like I said, in Hawaii. My prayers and stuff still goes out to everybody that's in Hawaii. That really hurted me that happened to people, man. A lot of people lost their life. People lost their houses and stuff. And a lot of people were mad that a lot of these celebrities are trying to buy up all the land and stuff like this, as if like it was marked to do that. Like something like this was did on purpose, but none of the celebrities' land was touched. So it was just kind of crazy. And I read a lot of comments of y'all saying that. And a lot of people were pissed off at Oprah about that. So we'll check this video out and let's see what's going on. Like I said, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody that's been showing so much support. Everybody's been leaving positive comments in the comment section. And I also want to thank everybody who clicked on this video for the very first time. I appreciate you as well. Without further ado, let's dive straight into this, y'all.
At some point, I will make a major donation after all of the smoke and ashes have settled here and we figure out what the rebuilding is going to look like. This is going to be a long and difficult process.
And Oprah, our future president,
Thank you.
was
And our future vice president.
yeah.
You don't see what's going on. I feel something is bigger.
And I just want to remind all you real estate investors around the world, like Lahaina is not for sale.
Cause fires, and not only on Maui, but it caused fires in the most precious parts of real estate in Maui.
As Maui reckons with one of the deadliest wildfires in recent U.S. history, more and more theories and speculations keep arising. And the recent target has been Tom Hanks, who has been linked with Oprah on shady businesses that might be going on in Maui.
Man.
As the residents of Maui awake to another day of destruction caused by the devastating wildfire that has claimed lives and left hundreds homeless, many are wondering where the island's richest landowners are and why most are choosing to remain silent amid the fires.
You see entire families who've lost every single thing they have, and they're living on the air mattress and a cot and a chair.
As you might already know, Oprah, worth $2.5 billion, owns nearly 2,000 acres of land on Maui and has been living there part-time for 15 years. And recently, she also bought 860 acres in March this year for $6.6 million.
That's a lot
It has
of
been
land.
alleged that none of Oprah's properties has been scathed by the fire, and this has also supposedly been the case for Tom Hanks, who has been alleged to also own a property in Maui. Questions have sprung up on why these celebrities' houses didn't burn when Lahaina, one of the most wanted residential areas in Maui, has. Most of the locals in Lahaina have over the years refused to sell their land to these billionaires who have been snatching up lands in Maui.
And we figure out what the rebuild.
I'm not buying it. Owning 2,000 acres of someone else's land, someone else's safe.
When Oprah visited
Yeah,
the
see, a lot of
affected
people don't
area
like
and talked
that.
about renovating the place after the fire, conspiracy theories latched onto her words, claiming that the fire might have allegedly been planned by elites to snatch up Lahaina, which is worth billions. They claimed that Oprah and her billionaire friends like Tom Hanks saw opportunity to get more land from the locals and they took it.
Lahaina Front Street is worth billions. The Hawaiians that have been holding out and the Kanaka have been holding out for years, not wanting to sell their property in Lahaina.
The theorists claimed the fire was allegedly started by energy weapons, and this theory has actually gained a lot of traction on social media. An offshoot of the directed energy weapons claims is that the Maui wildfires were started deliberately by wealthy landowners to steal land from indigenous populations on the island, pointing back to the Oprah Tom Hanks billionaire land snatching theory.
And I just want to remind all you real estate investors around the world, like Lahaina is not for sale.
These allegations have fed into very real fears that residents who have called Maui home for centuries could
That
be
is just
forced out
sad
after
to
losing
see
their
that,
homes in the
man.
fire. The island has a chronic housing shortage and in recent years has seen a stream of wealthy transplants and second home buyers move into towns like Lahaina and other parts of Maui. The wildfires are likely to send the already high cost of living on the island much higher, and some theorists are claiming that if the elites are able to get the land, it would be worth so much more. In the aftermath of the devastating wildfires in Maui, conspiracy theories, including that the fire was started intentionally by a secret energy weapon and that a shadowy cabal of global elites set the blazes purposefully to clear the land for their own nefarious uses, have gained popularity. What they don't talk about is in January how they had in Maui a smart city conference to turn Maui into an entire smart island, changing everything to electric, renewables, solar panels, and pushing everybody into electric vehicles 15-minute smart cities, a man says in one widely shared video. So now what's also interesting is next month in September, Hawaii is hosting the Digital Government Summit utilizing AI to govern the island, the man continues. It's almost like they're resetting something to start rebuilding for this. Some suggest the United States military set off the blaze, or that it was part of an elite land grab possibly spearheaded by Oprah Winfrey herself. Some of the theories also tap into legitimate complaints from the grieving and the displaced about the lack of warning they received, despite the threat from wildfires being well documented by Maui County officials. The cause of Maui's wildfires remains under investigation, but officials say that wind gusts whipped up by Hurricane Dora combined with severe drought conditions on West Maui are to blame. Wildfires have been a known risk in the area for years.
Things that did not burn during the fire, I went through hours of footage, and it was pretty interesting what I found. Here are the famous umbrellas.
While other media users were talking about elites targeting the land, others have uncovered another theory where they claim that blue items along the fire were not touched. And you guys know who allegedly owns them?
That right there, man, that's just sad, though. Even if just thinking about somebody would start a fire like that, and knowing that people was there and a lot of people lost their life and stuff, and then you got all these billionaires coming out ready to just buy the land. And like I said, that's why a lot of people was mad at the Oprah situation, because they're like, you trying to go out and buy this land just for your own profit, just so you can make money. And, oh, man. And stuff like that just makes you so mad. Like I said, I'm going to keep saying it once again, man. My heart, my prayers go out to everybody in Maui, man. It was unfortunate. Something like this just really, really, really just bothers me, just really hurts me, man, that a lot of people lost their life. And then you got all these billionaires and millionaires coming out already in line just trying to buy the land. Like, it's crazy. Oh, man.
The Blue House? Well, both Oprah and Tom Hanks. Several posts on X, formerly Twitter, and on TikTok claim that blue-colored property and other objects, which appeared to be less damaged than others in the Maui wildfire, are evidence of some sort of wider conspiracy surrounding the disaster. Among viral online claims is that blue objects were spared in the destruction of the island, including the home of talk show host Oprah Winfrey. In a post from August 23, 2023, since viewed more than 490,000 times, the account said, "How many coincidences are you willing to accept? Completely untouched blue umbrellas, completely untouched blue car. And now we find out Oprah's Maui, Hawaii mansion has a blue roof. What are the odds? It's amazing." The Maui, Lahaina, Hawaii fires were a domestic terrorist attack. DDUs, direct energy weapons. The post included a video showing what's claimed to be a property belonging to Winfrey with the caption, "Anyone else thinking they need a blue roof? Oprah has one." Now, another big question that has been on people's mouths, both on social media and at the affected vicinity, is where all the missing children are. Hawaii Governor Josh Green, during the news program Face the Nation broadcast on CBS News, stated that among the ones missing, the majority were children who were at home on that fateful day. He explained that the reason why the kids of Lahaina were at home
That is crazy, because you would think like everything else burned, but did nothing touch Oprah's house, her mansion? And I remember they said before that it was a fire back in, I can't remember if it was 2016 or it was probably a little further back, that they said that something caught on fire around her and it didn't touch her house again. You know, it didn't touch her house then. So it get kind of weird. You be like, man, what is going on? Are people really doing stuff like this for money? Just to make money, trying to profit off stuff? Like,
a school
you know,
day
the truth
was that
will
the
come
Hawaii
out.
State Department of Education had said that on August 8th, Lahaina's largest school, Lahaina Luna High School, was closed early because of a power outage caused by strong winds from the incoming Category 4 Hurricane Dora. So apparently, even if the kids went to school, they were sent back home early while their parents were still at work. Not only that, but other local intermediate and elementary schools were supposed to reopen after the summer break the following day. This was another reason why more kids were at their residences instead of schools. As soon as the news of the missing children went viral on social media, netizens have been spinning conspiracy theories, with many thinking that the schools were deliberately shut. Some claim that the elites had finally been able to get kids without people noticing, while others claimed that it must have been a big sacrifice.
You never know what to
Personal
believe.
accounts from parents whose children are missing started to pour in on social media, making netizens believe that there's some conspiracy behind so many lost kids and schools being canceled or postponed on the day of the fire. One case was of teenager Cairo Fuentes, who stayed back at home with his pet dog in Lahaina, while his adoptive parents were out for work miles away. They told CBS News how their son was enjoying his last day of summer vacation days before his 15th birthday, and as per their accounts from the day, as soon as they heard of the fire, they tried to rush back home but got stuck in traffic. Finally, when the parents reached home, they were allegedly stopped by police barricades, and weirdly, while their house had scorched to the ground, first responders reportedly told them that the area was cleared and nobody was there. 2 days later, when they were finally allowed to go back home, they discovered the bodies of their son hugging the family dog, both dead. Likewise, another family, Kevin and San Tanaka, who have opened a GoFundMe fundraiser to help their family grieve and provide for them, lost many of their close relatives, including parents, siblings, and a 7-year-old nephew. As per their fundraiser description, they lost their family members while the latter were trying to flee in their car. Meanwhile, on Monday, August 21st, almost a fortnight after the devastating fires in Lahaina, classes resumed. However, 1 in 4 children are still missing from nearly every grade in almost every school. And for some, their schools were completely burned down, which is why almost 3,357 students will have to be relocated to different schools in other lesser affected parts of the island of Maui. So far, only 400 of them have re-enrolled to other schools, while 200 opted for distance learning. However, it still remains unknown how many students have relocated, enrolled elsewhere, or are no longer alive. Well, keeping in mind that there is usually some truth in a bunch of stories, something must have happened that caused such many conspiracies to appear. A fan on Twitter said Oprah's land in upcountry near Kula has a huge underground facility with tons of concrete. She has been building it for years. Tom Hanks is reported to own a home in Maui also, along with Steven Tyler, Lars Ulrich, and Woody Harrelson, or it's just a coincidence. Another said, it would be great if people like Oprah, Jeff Bezos, Tom Hanks, and other wealthy landowners give some of their land back to the native and locals of Hawaii, Lahaina, Maui, so they can rebuild their lives and communities. That would be the humanitarian thing to do. Maui fire. What's your take on what's going on in Maui? Were the elites involved? Was it just nature? Tell us in the comment section. Remember, this video is based on speculation and opinions. And if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to hit that like button.
Just like they said, like it's just based on speculations and like what the news articles was saying and stuff like that. Because I know a lot of time when people see these videos, they be like, oh, you can't believe that. But they do put up disclaimers and saying, hey, these are speculations. These are rumors. Everything I'm saying may not be true. It's just speculations. So, but man, this is sad. Like I say, it's sad that, man, like that right there happened. That all of a sudden it just burned down like that. Was nowhere to run to. And it was just a sad situation. And it really does bothers a lot of us when you see like a lot of these billionaires and stuff are just trying to hurry up and get in line and buy the land. They worry about trying to buy the land and stuff, and they're just sad. I just don't get it. I really don't. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below in the comment section. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate everybody that watched all the way to the end, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.